Fun.
A big piece of paper?
Well, if you write small, you can do it on a small piece of paper, but grab paper and a pen. If you just came on, you need paper and a pen tonight.
Okay.
Make sure you have paper and a pen.
All right.
I have a pad of paper. How's that?
That'll work. That'll work. I'm excited about this.
Okay.
Oh, well, working perfect. Okay. Okay. If you are watching, anybody watching? If you're watching, please make sure that you grab the link. I'm going to drop it in the chat too, but grab the link out of Slack and come
Got
join.
it.
A good one. This is going to be fun. We're going to do many more calls like this.
Thank you.
Okay. So make sure you got paper and a pen. Now, I want to say for those who sent me their goals, thank you. I appreciate that. If you didn't send me your goals, you need to send me your goals because you're going to need your goals to do this exercise tonight. So you're going to actually have to come up with one on the fly to do this exercise. So that's simple. All right, we'll give it one more minute. Okay. All right. So last week we talked about doing writing out your goals, figure out your 5 goals. So, of everybody who sent me your goals, tonight I really want you to focus in on one of your business goals. So, one goal that relates to your business. Okay. So.
Okay.
And again, for those, if you missed last week, or you didn't get the replay last week, you need to write down your five goals. Okay. So. And I don't have the neatest writing, so bear with me here, guys. But I will try and make it legible. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, I've never been a good school teacher, I'll tell you that much. Okay. I know. Okay, so you're going to draw a circle. So draw a circle.
Okay.
And I'm inside that circle. I want you to write your business goal. So write your business goal. You know, whether it's more clients, whether it's getting your website up, whether it's getting your Facebook page created, whether it's learning how to coach better. So one thing in here. So we'll start off with more clients. Okay, so now what I want you to do, and you can make as many lines as you want. Take a minute, and you're going to put lines just like this. And on each of those lines, I want you to write down how it would make you feel to achieve this goal. So think about that, whatever it is. So maybe it's, let's see, more clients, more income. And just think about a few things.
What do those say? I can't even read them.
I'll read them in a second. I told you I could never make a good school teacher because I don't have school teacher writing. So this is, I know. Okay.
You have nurse writing.
What?
You have nurse writing.
I do have nurse writing. I really do. Thank God I'm not using, I could be using abbreviations. You know that. Okay. So just for example, and you don't have to use mine, but, you know, come up with your own. So more clients means more income, means more job satisfaction, means more referrals. And maybe, you know what? And that makes me happy. Okay. So now we're just going to take one of these to start with. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to move this down because it's so safe. So this is going to be more job satisfaction. That's supposed to say job satisfaction. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to do 3 lines off of that. Okay. So here we come into the kind of touchy-feely portion of this. So I want you to think about if you had more job satisfaction or whatever your goal is. How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? And I want you to not overthink this. Just kind of think about how that would feel. So for me, let's see. Okay. So, for mine, if I had more job satisfaction, it would give me joy, right? It would give me excitement because I love what I do. So more satisfaction would, you know what? I'm running on adrenaline half the time, anyways, as Paul and Penny have seen. But it would give me more, and I'd really feel fulfilled. And that is a big key piece for me, is feeling fulfilled at the end of the day. So you know what? I'm going to look at fulfilled. So what I'm going to do is 3 more lines. So if I'm feeling fulfilled, what's that going to feel like? What's that going to feel like? And this is, when we're getting deeper into this, you really got to kind of lean into this a little bit. You've got to see, okay, imagine yourself, close your eyes, and imagine yourself feeling fulfilled. And what does that feel like for you? What does that feel like? So let's take, I want to see, if somebody want to share theirs? Somebody want to share what they've got?
Sure, I'll share mine.
Okay, go ahead.
So I chose, my goal is to start my first group coaching group by September the 30th.
I love that.
And I would feel accomplished, like I'm moving forward, changing my career, and then I just stuck more referrals in there because I like that, because you said it. And then I took changing my career, and I put less stressed, more time doing what I love instead of being stuck in my present position, which I feel stuck and restless and like I've been hunting for the right place to be in the last 2 years. And so, so what would that feel like? I think it would feel more relaxed. I would have the time to do what I want to do, and certainly, yeah, more fulfilled, and feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Now, and think about that, Leanne. Now, think, just sit with that for a minute. What you just said.
You're gonna make me woo-woo.
Hey, I'm all about the woo-woo.
Get the woo-woo tissues out.
We're going woo-woo this year. We are definitely going woo-woo this year.
All right.
That's hysterical.
I guess I'll go with you. I like y'all. Okay.
And here's the piece, and I'm speaking to all of you as you do this. Now, when you get into what Leanne just and Leanne really got into some, okay, I want this because this is why, and she was kind enough to share her really, and that really comes into your why. Why do you want to push forward with this? And that's the piece where I really want you to sit with this. Okay, so if I had what I wanted, how would that make me feel? So, Leanne, sit with that for a minute and just imagine yourself in that place. And tell me what that feels like for you.
You know, the total opposite of what I feel today. It's like every day going to work, I feel caged and stuck, and the people that I work with and the situations that I deal with are frustrating to no end. And to me, it would be just the opposite. Is, you know, my job and do this and make a living at this, I would feel charged every day. I would feel joy in working with the people that I work with and helping people, and feel like I'm learning. And I would just love to have time to do all that, to take a PN certification, to take a personal training, certification, and just, beef it up and work hard on giving my clients what I want to give them and working with the people I want to work with.
I love that. I love that. And where, I don't know why I'm freezing, why this is running so slow. When you talk about that, where are you feeling that?
The first thing that came to mind was my heart. But I think I actually feel it in my stomach a little bit, and I can't tell you why, but I do.
Okay.
When I said that.
That's okay. That's perfectly okay. I love that. And why am I asking you guys to do this? Why are we getting woo-woo? And, what's the point in getting woo-woo? And I love that word.
Me too.
And part of this, you have to realize that you came to this program for a reason. Each of you came to this program for a reason, whatever that be. And in order to really push past, and one of the things that was really talked about at the live event was, what are the stories that we're telling ourselves? What are these? And it was really interesting because when you define what those stories are and you really sit down and you look at what those stories are, well, I can't make a website. Well, it's really hard. I can't get in front of video because I'm too self-conscious. Well, I can't get any clients. I don't know where to get them from. And if you'd write down all of those stories that you're telling yourself, and I challenge you to go through this, and actually that's going to be your assignment for this week. I want you to write down all of the reasons that you're telling yourself that are holding you back from moving forward with this. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go through that and read them out loud to yourself. And you don't have to do this, and I won't make you share these unless you want to share them with me. But I want you to go through each one of those things that you're telling yourself, and I want you to decide, is it a true story or is it BS? And the reason why I say is the majority, I can almost tell you that the majority of what you're going to write down that's holding you back is going to be a big bunch of BS. but this is what we live in. This is why we don't move forward. This is why we hold ourselves back, because we continue to tell ourselves these stories of, you know what, I can't do this, I can't do that, and that's not possible. And the reality is, it is possible. And it's really about breaking it down into small pieces. And this is part of the reason why. This is part of the reason why I want you to go through and break this down. Break this down as much and keep going with it. You know, even if you have to get several pieces of paper and tape them together, keep going with it until you have, until you have it all out there. And you've done every one of them, and then look at what you come out with at the end and where that is. And then I want you to write down your stories that you're telling yourself. And you can do this, and that's what I say, you can do this if you cry, you cry. You know what? Sometimes we need to cry, and we need to lean into that, and we need to embrace it, and we need to feel it, because it's fear. It's fear, and we have to let that fear go. We have to let that fear go. If you want to move beyond where you're at now, and you want that bigger, better life for yourself, you have to learn to move beyond that fear. Is it scary? Yeah, it's scary as hell. But you know what? When you get past that fear and you lean into it and you realize that you can survive through that fear, I guarantee you there's good stuff on the other side. There's definitely good stuff on the other side. Now we did a little mini activity like this at the coaches' dinner. Paula, what did that bring out for you that night?
It just made my path, or the steps that I needed to take to get my goal, a little bit clearer. So yeah, it gave me a focus, like, the main goal, and then what was next, and what was next, and what was next, and and just made it a little bit clearer what needed to be done.
Yeah, and now how do you feel about that moving forward?
Good, because it takes some of the uncertainty, or yeah, I guess uncertainty. I was going to say lack of knowing, but not really lack of knowing. It just gives you the comfort of having a game plan.
Yeah, yeah. And I love what Paula just said. It gives you the comfort of knowing a game plan. And that doesn't mean you have to know exactly what you're going to do every step of the way.
Right.
It does not mean that you have to know that.
And it doesn't mean it's not going to change either, but it gives you a starting point.
Exactly. And you absolutely have to start somewhere. And I challenge you, each of you, to really sit with this week as you move forward. And so, write down those stories that you're telling yourself. And I will share with you, I have been doing this for myself. I actually have been working on this, because I wouldn't give you something that I haven't been doing myself. I really wouldn't. So I've had some really great breakthroughs lately with this. So part of the reason I was so fired up last week on the calls was because I've been working through some of this stuff. And I want you to really start to lean into this. You come here, you show up for these calls, and so let's get you moving forward to the next. Who wants their best life? Who wants to live their best life? Raise your hand. Yes. So, I'm going to continue with this each week. We're going to be doing a lot of mindset work on these calls to help move you forward. And in addition, if there's specific pieces that you want to work on with your business as we're doing this process, and that comes out in all of this, I want you to speak up so I can make sure that we're providing that content for you in these calls. That's why we're doing these calls. And that's the way we're going to move forward with these calls, to make sure that you guys are getting the pieces that you need to move forward and grow your businesses. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. And I will tell you that I can remember when I first started coaching And I remember the exact phone call and exactly what I was doing. I was walking back and forth in my backyard in Wisconsin, and I said to May, I'm like, I don't know where you expect me to get clients from because nobody here is going to want to be coached by me. I was living a secret double life in private groups online where nobody knew what was going on. And she got tough with me, and she said, your clients are not going to be anybody that you know. They're going to be people that you don't know. And they're going to come into your life through, so many different ways. And she's been right about that. She's been right about that. And I have several private clients that I coached, and I didn't know any of them. They came to me through Facebook, through online, different things like that. Even people that I've met through other people. So get out of that piece of I have to know the people that I'm going to coach, because you're not going to know them. You're not going to know them. Are you going to have some people? I think I've coached 2 people that I've known. So it's really getting to be able to step out beyond that and beyond what you know, and get out beyond thinking I have to sell something, because this is not about selling. Not about selling. This is about sharing your journey, sharing your story, wanting a bigger and better life for yourself, and you can get this. You can absolutely get this. All right, we've got 6 minutes left. Questions, comments, feedback. What do
I
you guys?
do have a question.
Yeah.
And this has to do with set up the website or whatever. I really like the idea how you guys have other people on the website and you're offering their products. Like, in particular, Dr. Tita, because, with the Metabolic series, I have done those, and I really would like to incorporate his workouts in my, my program.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
It's through relationships with them, and you know what? If number one, let me see if I can get you a contact.
Okay.
With that.
Okay.
Let me do some checking on that and see what I can find out for you.
Yeah, because there's nothing on his website where, there's some people that have blogs and stuff, and they'll answer the comments and stuff, but he doesn't at all. So I can't figure out how to get in touch with him. So
yeah, let me see what I can find out for you. Let me see what I can.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay. And what you said, and what you just said, Leanne, I want to kind of I also want to expand on that. As you're growing your businesses and deciding what direction do you want to go, where do you want to go with this? What do you want to do with this? Think out of the box. Think out of the box. Think out of the ordinary. And Leanne just mentioned that. And I know, Paula, you want to share what you're up to?
What I'm up to?
Yes, what you're up to.
Oh, I when we were at the live, you're talking code, I swear. When we were at the live event, this guy Chris did a presentation, and it's the My Intent Project, or one word, and it's the bracelet that Jill's wearing. I've already de-jeweled for tonight, and Penny has one on, and it's just a series of questions that you go through to figure out that one word that resonates with you. It's all positive kind of stuff. And when he was up there, it just really hit home with me. Like, all the speakers are fabulous, don't get me wrong, but there was just something about what he does. And I have a huge creative side. Almost everything I've ever done, there's been some kind of creativity involved in it. The thing that I've done the longest that has always been there is I'm a party light consultant, and I love to decorate, and I did decorating classes and all about aromatherapy and that kind of thing. So what I did was I went ahead and ordered one of his kits to make the bracelets myself, and I made the bracelet that Penny's wearing because she couldn't be at the live event. And so I'm promoting making those bracelets and tying it in with my transformation and um, getting my word out there to inspire others to do best life, like we were talking about. If they're interested in transformation or what I do transformation-wise, I'm tying all of that together and making those bracelets.
Yeah. And so it's really thinking out of the box. And so how can you make this your unique piece? How can you make this your unique business? So that's why Leanne is looking, and I know Leanne is very devoted to JJ with all of this. And one of the things that is where my passion is I love to cook, and so that's why I started doing food prep, and I do food prep for a couple clients, and I love it. I enjoy it. I'm passionate about it. It's fun, and I get to share my talent and share what I do. So, figure out, what you're passionate about. And I know Kathy Shearer has done, she's done juicing classes through, with people that she's met at the farmers market. So she's done that and enjoys that. So think about. Start to think out of the box, and that's part of the reason why we're going to do some of these exercises, because I want to get you guys thinking out of the box and how can you move yourself forward. And I encourage you, if you haven't caught any of Karen Kane's, she's one of our new coaches, her videos and stuff, she is awesome. She loves to do great videos, and she's wild and crazy, which I love.
She's funny.
Yeah, and she's putting herself out there because this is what she's passionate about. So I really want you guys to start to dig deep inside. Figure out where your passion lies with this. You came here for a reason. Now let's build on that passion piece, and let's get you moving forward, to find what's best for you. And that's what we're going to be working on. So be ready. We're going to get deep. We're going to do lots of woo-woo. All right, so if you're watching and you have questions, please let me know. As I said on the last call, I'm going to say this again real quick. We are scheduled to go live with the new membership site this week. I'm really excited. We've been putting in a lot of hard work on the back end, getting things ready. It's going to look beautiful and amazing. Penny has been phenomenal. Penny, I just want to acknowledge you for all the hard work that you've been doing, because you've just been amazing.
It's my passion.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. And so when you see all the beautiful stuff that's coming out in the courses and with the coaching and the certification, Penny's putting through hard work, and I thank you for your dedication. Love it. So that should be out. We'll keep you updated.
Is it going to be hard?
Is it going to be what?
Is it going to be hard to maneuver through that?
No, it's going to be really, really nice. So as soon as I know for sure, I'm not going to say a date because I don't want to say it. So as soon as I have the details, I will share them. But it's supposed to be this week. So, all right. With that, we're going to wrap up and do your assignment this week. If you want to share it with me. It goes no further, and I'm happy to take a look at it. If you need to bounce anything off of me, get in touch with me. We'll schedule some time. So, love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.